I already added Zookosis to my wish list. I'm so excited. I want to play that when it comes out really bad.
I enter the room just as you scream.
I really want to play Zookosis. It's time to wake the dog up, Samurai. So here's the sketch that I did. I got a little carried away. A little bit. But I like the overall direction that's happening here.
Okay, I'm seeing this game, and is it weird that I still think Owl House made the scarier giraffes?
They're really unsettling. I really fucking hate them. It looks sick as hell.
I mean, weird, creepy, body horror animal.
Yeah. I hope the actual game looks like that.
I have to see. Will it be another Choo Choo Charlie situation?
God, I fucking hope not. Yeah, did you guys like the stream I did with Lio? I had a good time. It was really fun. I did so good. I haven't played that well in a while. I love the gross body horror that's on display in Zookosis. I'm stoked about it.
I mean, it is very, like, John Carpenter style thing, but just, like, animal components.
And I do love me the John Carpenter thing. These fucking visual effects aged so well.
Like, that's the thing, it's just, like, it's that fine line of, like, practical effects that just look so good. Like, and especially with, like, John Carpenter movies. They have that, I'm gonna use, like, the term from, like, Warhammer, just, like, the gribbliness, the goopiness.
They look gross and wet and alive.
Yeah, that thing, it looks so real, and when you do practical effects like that, it just holds up so well.
I was gonna wait until Saturday to talk about this, but I've been getting lots of TikToks about it now. I'm here for this new generation of My Little Pony creepypasta that's happening!
Wait, it's coming back?
Oh yeah! There's been like a weird, like, infection AU that's been spreading across TikTok, and it kind of rules.
Infection AU? Like, is it like people turning into horses or horses mutating or like what's
It's the horses mutating. I've seen a couple different variations of it. uh, it seems like it's just all kind of a little Last of Us-y.
So, like, some kind of, like, weird fungus horses?
Yeah, it's all some kind. The one commonality seems to be that it's all some kind of weird fungus. But they're
Oh my
really leaning into, like, some really fucked body horror.
Oh god, I'm having the worst idea where it's like the schmooze, but it's like a parasitic slime mold.
Kinda.
Or what was that movie where it's like, was it Apocalypse, Armageddon? Like the one where it's like the weird virus that goes around and it's like the weird skeleton bear and deer?
That's...
Was it Natalie Portman?
Oh, it's... Yeah. That's, Oh my god, Justin read the book. Annihilation, thank you.
Annihilation. I knew it started with an A. It wasn't Apocalypse, it wasn't Armageddon, it was something.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of the plague shit that's happening in the MLP fandom right now. It's really cool.
I hear Plague and My Little Pony, and it just reminds me of, like, I know that, like, Robot Chicken did a joke where it's like, My Little Pony, Horseman of the Apocalypse. And it's like, it is Death Pony. Oh, I can't hear. No, it's Death, and it just kills everything.
I'm doing well, Mistral. Really been having to flex my horror muscles lately, which is good. Oh yeah, people, it turns out, have been exploiting Lio during games of Among Us. Because the poor old man just cannot lie. I'm trying, like... The tough thing that I'm finding is that my art style just kind of doesn't suit this type of horror very well.
You have a very clean style.
Yeah, and it just doesn't really work the best.
Yeah, because with, like, a lot of, like, gribbly art like that, you need, like, just, like, the messiness of the style, the heavy shadowing, the certain details to emphasize it. And it's especially, like, you get the juxtaposition with stuff like this, where it's, like, the bright and colorful cartoony characters juxtaposed with a more horrific body horror and, like, you know, blood and such like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to be a little better at it. Because I keep seeing people... Whenever I try and look at, like, tutorials on how to be better at it, the constant sentiment is like, well, you have to draw it realistically, and I know factually that shit's not true.
Hey, Boone.
Hello.
Evil art style. I've thought about doing that trend. I'd have to really boil down what my art style is, though, to be able to do the exact opposite, and I'm just not sure how much of it's me and how much of it's just the way I draw. can do this with circle tool, that'll be fine. The trick to this is gonna be in the shading. The rendering process of this is gonna be most of it, I'm sure.
I'm trying to think of like what kind of like body horror style stuff you could do with like some of the other Sonic characters, like having like Tails' tails have like jaws on them or something.
There's opportunities. Most body horror is like is just in the exaggeration. It's why, like, rendering cartoon characters in, like, a realistic style, like, with proper textures and the like, makes them feel gross. It's why, when you look at the Detective Pikachu models for Greninja, it's the worst thing ever.
It's because it looks slimy.
Because he would be.
It is, but then when you see it, like, close and you just, like feel the viscousness through the screen.
When you can,
or, like...
when you can tell on the texture that it's a tongue.
Or, like, when it's, like, the realistic... Ditto, and then you start getting flashbacks to the 1980s Blob remake.
There we go.
Ah, yes, nothing like photorealism to ruin your childhood.
It's true.
Less photorealism and more the idea of someone sticking their hand into a Ditto and then watching it melt away into like just flesh goop.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh no, I want to widen. Too much. There we go.
Listen, if Five Nights at Freddy's has taught us anything, it's the children's entertainment is inherently horrifying.
True. There we go.
And the funny thing is, Five Nights at Freddy's also teaches it. It's in part because of pedophiles. Only in part, though.
Okay. Now's where... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I need those refs. I need those reference points for later. Now... we get to do... the easiest part. Okay. She said sarcastically. So... thank you for the bits! MLP fandom taking back all the weird horror shit back in the heyday. It's nice to see someone who got fucked up because of that, the old horror stuff. It's true. I'm stoked about it. The community is doing some really, like, cool, interesting shit.
I mean, I know they had like some like creepy horror ideas when like Nightmare Night came out, and they had this whole idea of like people getting snatched up one by one. So it's interesting, kind of taking those ideas and switching them up.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the current stuff is just really cool.
It's true. And granted, there will always be a place in my heart for schlocky bad horror, but I like having good stuff. Good stuff's better.
You like having bad stuff every now and again. You're allowed to have your cheeseburger, but you need a little bit more variety every now and again, right?
Exactly.
You're allowed to have your cheese, you're allowed to have your junk food, but it also gives you the chance to, you know, appreciate and savor the well-handled subject matter.
Speaking of well-handled subject matter, the corpse is in the basement.
What corpses? What basement? I don't know what you're talking about.
Or is that the title of a new game that came out?
Yes, it's a video game.
It is a video game by Ninvent Me.
Is that like a Brazilian company or something?
Yeah.
How am I doing today? I'm doing alright. I'm super excited because I get to do the best part of my entire career after stream, which is that I get to fill out my fucking 1099.
Yay!
Yay! Taxes! Woo!
What happened to the Get Me Started section?
You cannot force me to talk about Busta Rhymes anymore, bitch!
I was not gonna make you talk about Busta Rhymes. I have other subject matters.
Well, you're in the call. You can just talk about it.
I know, but it's funny, so I could use points to do it.
I have removed it for the time. I've removed a few things for the time being while I'm just reworking some stuff.
Fair. I just want to be able to have the opportunity to do something. Do silliness. I instill chaos every now and again.
So what did you want to get me started about?
I'm honestly trying to remember because you're just gonna call me out on it. Like,
Good job! Good job!
I would just like come up with something like, "Hey, do you remember this bit?" Or like, "Oh, what about this?" Like I was basically doing that last night on like Scotty's call. We're just going through like comic history.
Oh god.
Like, hey, do you remember the time the Easter Bunny hired Lobo to kill Santa Claus?
I do remember that.
Or yeah, how about the time that Marvel created the storyline one moment in time just so the acronym would be OMIT?
Jesus.
Daedalus, I will bring curses upon you. Don't question me.
Mummy curse?
I have plenty of mummy curses.
You're gonna turn him to sand?
That is one of the curses, but I prefer something that keeps them alive so they can suffer.
So you admit it! You admit it! You admit you turn people to sand!
It's more dust. I prefer to say turn to dust than turn to sand.
You fucking clip it, chat. Clip it. He acknowledged it. Get his ass.
I come up with cruel pranks, you know, punishments, divine smitings upon them. Like Balin, or anytime someone tries to bite into a chocolate chip cookie and it instantly becomes raisin.
The joke's on you. That doesn't work on me, because I actually really like raisin cookies.
Well, it works for frickin', I did it to frickin' Miki, and it worked on them. Yeah, but it works. It works on people who do like chocolate chip cookies and don't like raisins.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, my curse to you is, oh, I realized what I was going to do it. So, have you admitted the greatness that is Batman Returns as a Christmas movie?
I hate you.
I'm sorry, what?
He's been trying to convince me consistently that Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
By your logic, by your ruling, Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
No, it's not!
It is! Your rules are, and I quote, it needs to have the themes about Christmas take place during Christmas.
And be about Christmas!
It is about Christmas.
It is not!
It is about community, family,
Just because it's about things that are generally about Christmas doesn't make it about Christmas!
It is during the time of year. It features the winter weather. It deals with those subject matters.
I'll commit acts of violence. I'll throw you in the fucking mummy hole, I swear to God.
You wouldn't dare.
I would, and it'd be funny, and no one can stop me.
Wait, is Heaton also in the camp of Die Hard not being a Christmas movie?
It's not! It's not! It's not a fucking Christmas movie!
And also, by your logic, you say that Frosty the Snowman is not a Christmas movie.
It's not! And I'll take the L on that one. By my own definitions, no it isn't.
She is consistent, chat. We have to give her that.
Like, I will admit, Harry Potter is not a Christmas movie. But is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
No! We've talked about this! Gremlins isn't a Christmas movie. Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. Batman Returns is not a fucking Christmas movie. We've discussed these, and I will beat you senseless.
Honestly, the only one that I think is a Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Die Hard is not a goddamn Christmas movie!
That's the only one of those I disagree with you on.
Charlatans. Charlatans, the lot of you. Do you think Luffy is an anti-hero? No. No, I do not.
How? Literally how?
You know what? Explain your fucking reasoning. Explain your sin to me. Why do you think Luffy's an anti-hero? Or why does someone you know think... Why is there a belief that Luffy is an anti-hero?
That is true. Is Child's Play a Christmas movie?
No!
No, absolutely not.
I'll send you to Brazil.
Okay, but what about the classic film Eyes Wide Shut?
I'm going to send you to Brazil.
Eyes Wide Shut is definitely not a Christmas movie.
It takes place during Christmas.
Not every movie that takes place during Christmas is a Christmas movie.
Okay. So the rough color blocking here is done.
Like, okay, I have to quiz Heaton on this. Heaton, do you think Home Alone is a Christmas movie?
No.
Okay, we're in agreement on that.
What? It takes place during Christmas. It deals with themes of family.
It's not about Christmas.
It's not about Christmas. Die Hard, like, that's just it. Die Hard has, like, this certain... I don't know fully how to explain it. I would have to rewatch Die Hard again. And formulate that, but there's a vibe that catches to me that doesn't necessarily catch with Heaton, and I don't have a problem with that.
What about Rise of the Guardians?
Rise of the Guardians is not a Christmas movie.
Actually, you know what? No, it's because like Jack Frost is technically a winter dude, and like actually no, because like it is sort of the L that Heaton would take, but I would argue still no, because like there's representatives of a bunch of different holidays in that movie. So like the Easter Bunny's in that movie, but you wouldn't call it an Easter movie.
No, but it doesn't really deal with the themes of Easter, like most you could say is faith, but it's also the ideas of like hope and belief, but it also does take place during Christmas and deals with themes of hope as well. Also, hello, Lyle.
Hello.
We're back on this fucking Christmas movie argument again, because I'm not allowed to know a moment of rest.
Christmas movie argument?
I have said that Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
No, the fuck it isn't.
Okay. It takes place in the general time frame of Christmas, but it doesn't take place on Christmas.
It's also not about Christmas. This motherfucker keeps...
Oh, that's...
This motherfucker... Okay, I've said this before, right? A Christmas movie does not need to just take place at Christmas, because fucking, like I keep saying, fucking Die Hard is not a goddamn Christmas movie.
Well, it depends on how we define a Christmas movie. Are we referring to a Christmas movie in the sense that it takes place around the same time? Or are we defining Christmas movie in the sense of a movie that is about the values therein of Christmas?
Let us begin Heaton's 3 rules of what makes a Christmas movie.
It has to take place at Christmas. The plot has to be central to Christmas.
Okay.
And it has to have general themes that also revolve around Christmas.
Okay, so Die Hard meets 2 of those criteria, but not the 3rd. So therefore, Die Hard, by Heaton's value, is not a Christmas movie. Batman adheres to 1 of them. So therefore, by Heaton's value, is not a Christmas movie. I don't see how this is difficult.
I have argued that Batman Returns deals with all 3. It does take place during winter. It deals with themes that are majorly appropriate
Christmas,
to the holidays.
Christmas is not November to February. Like
it
Okay. Let's interrogate that then. What do you think are the themes of Christmas?
Are you asking me or Heaton?
I'm asking you.
I think that Christmas is about kindness, togetherness, a sense of belonging. Themes that are brought up within Batman Returns. It is, Bruce Wayne trying to find meaning after things that happened in the first movie. It is Oswald Cobblepot trying to find a sense of where he belongs within the city. It is Selena Kyle dealing with trying to find her own identity after dealing with the personalities of both herself and Catwoman, as well as also with Shrek's character, Christopher Walken, trying to be this identity of who he is, besides who he's trying to hide from the general society.
Okay, so I'm going to challenge all of that. Firstly, your values of what Christmas is not narrow enough to make it Christmas specific, because what you just defined there also applies to Thanksgiving, the entirety of Christianity, a whole slew of other things. So it's not really Christmas related. There's too much overlap with other things that it could also be. Second, Oswald Cobblepot was not some lost orphan, ironically, because he was, but he wasn't, looking for his place in the world. You're confusing him with Batman the Animated Series Cobblepot that was based on the 92 movie. The 92 movie Cobblepot was an arrogant, narcissistic, murderous psychopath. And I don't use that term in the medical sense. I mean that is in the fictional sense.
Yeah, he
wanted
does
to hurt other people.
He does
Wanted
eat
to
the
hurt other
freaking
people.
cat, but like he does play it up as part of it and acts as a bit of a dark parallel with Bruce as his own trying to find family with one that he lost.
He's not trying to find family. He is trying to claim power. These are not the same thing. Well, as far as Bruce Wayne goes, he never had to try to find more purpose. In fact, if there's one defining thing about Batman, is he definitely has one, and oh my god, you cannot take it from him.
Yeah, I do, but I would actually argue against that because, like, if you consider it with the first movie, him taking out the Joker, it's like he feels emptiness. Like, he got his revenge, but it didn't fill the hole in his heart. It didn't feel it. So it's a sense of emptiness and sadness that does capitulate with trying to find something within the holiday season.
How does
Then
the
you can
movie
interpret-
express this sense of sadness, though? Because
Well,
there
that's what I
are
was getting
Batman
at.
movies that do that, but Batman Returns is not one of them.
Well,
It
that's
does-
twofold. It's twofold. Number one, go ahead.
I was just saying that one of the major scenes is like when we are first shown Bruce in the movie, he is sitting alone by himself in the dark, not reading, not doing anything. He is literally just sitting there and brooding over the fact that, like, there was nothing he's just empty. That he's got all his money, his power, his abilities, but, like, he doesn't have that sense that it really mattered.
Is that something you have taken from the film, or is that something the film is stating?
It's something that the film, like, you can convey that through it. You could argue that it is what it is being said throughout the film. And I think
Because-
it's all... Go ahead.
Here's the thing. You're correct about the loneliness. You're not correct about the other things. Because we can take this two ways. Number one, we could take it as in the fact that Tim Burton knows dick all about Batman, right? And therefore extrapolate something onto him that is not consistent with the character throughout the rest of fiction. Or two, you're reading into it in a different direction than was actually intended, which is what I actually think happened. Although I also agree with number one that he doesn't know dick about Batman. However,
Oh, absolutely. Like, I went to a freaking Tim Burton exhibit, and, like, he talked about the fact that he had never picked up a Batman
Never
comic
read.
before that.
Nope. So, here's the thing. Batman lonely? Yes. That's why there's a thing back and forth between him and Selina, and the thing that could not allow that gap to be bridged is Selina's own murderous desires towards Peck. Or Shrek, or whatever his name actually was. I can't remember.
Was it Peck? I thought it was Shrek.
I think it was Peck.
Let me take a look.
But I
Either
also could
way.
be confusing it with the Ghostbusters antagonist.
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's
that
that.
No, I
might
think
be
you're
it.
thinking of Ghostbusters. You know, let's just say Christopher Walken's character.
Okay, so the dark reflection thing is true for both Selina and Cobblepot, just in different directions. Cobblepot goes to harm people who are not related to his suffering. Selina does it to people who are related to her suffering. Herein, she has a similarity to Batman in a sense that both of them have a purpose to try to prevent other people's suffering. The difference is in how they both allegedly do it. Because let's be honest, Burton Batman's a murderous weirdo too, which is, its own bag of problems. But the thing is, the desire to have a partner is not inherently a Christmas thing.
True.
That's every love story. So the lack of specificity in what your definition of a Christmas theme is going to sink your side of this argument every single time.
Fair.
And we're giving Heaton free content.
I was about to say I don't have to do shit. Lio out here defending my point. Hell yeah! Look at this.
No, you make solid points. I'm not doing this for the sake of lol. You disagree with me, I'm gonna keep trolling you about it. I'm more just like, haha, I just make a little joke, and I do enjoy the movie, so I do like hearing.
I also like the movie.
Which movie?
I
the
like,
movie we've been arguing about.
Oh, 92 Batman? I am sorry.
I like that.
My biggest problem with 92 Batman, outside of the ethical issues of Batman himself, is that the doggone Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman costume dominates every other Catwoman costume, and that is a shame because Lee Merriweather, I could have some words about her, and like the 70s outfit that had the slit skirt is just, I'm not going to say other things. I don't know what the stream is rated for, but my point is, it wasn't as good as other ones.
Is it bad? My favorite Catwoman costume is the one from Batman Ninja.
No, because that is actually a really attractive outfit. And I'm not even going to argue. There's a reason why I bought the Batman Ninja Figma and literally nothing else about that series.
How do you?
By the way,
don't you
on the
love
point of the whole,
looking into his big, into his big luscious orbs?
That is singular, actually.
His big juicy orb. Sonic's
orb
blind
is
eyes
sealed,
freak
but
me
what?
out. I don't know what you're talking about. What's the matter? You got some kind of problem? Are you not
I know.
a fan?
I know it's trying to be scary, but I just see that and I just see two big smarties.
His fucking luscious orbs.
Orbity-dorbities.
I haven't done, like, proper, like, rendering in a while, so I was worried that this was gonna not come across as well, but, oh, it's...
By the
You've
way,
orbed it up.
Oh, it's
on
getting
Lyo's earlier point about both villains being a dark reflection of Batman in some way. That's kind of a theme with like almost every Batman villain.
Oh yeah, it's a theme of every villain ever. That's why they're villains.
Yeah, that's why they're villains associated. Like saying something is a dark reflection of someone doesn't really prove anything about Christmas.
True, unless we're talking about the Crimson Chin, that's a different matter altogether. The Nega Chin is a different beast, and I joke. I actually don't care about any of that. But speaking of issues with content creation, Eaton, do you have any idea how frustrating it was to try and film that doggone Kagome figure this morning?
I bet.
Do you have any? I had to find just the right angle to where the doggone turntable wouldn't go up her freaking skirt because the way that character was designed is not conducive with a 3D model.
It's really funny, specifically that you say that, because I love, one of my favorite details in Rumiko Takahashi's notes is that she specifies that it doesn't matter what the angle in the anime, you're never supposed to see her underwear.
Which is weird because she makes her freaking naked several times in the manga, so I don't know why she had a problem with that of all things, but I appreciate it. Don't mind me, I appreciate that. But it's just, it also, I forgot to note it, but the Figma isn't actually based on the anime design, it's based on the manga design. So it's really interesting. Still don't know why they didn't make anything else from that series though, and God, that Figma was crazy on the aftermarket. That thing was $17 when it first came out, it's over $120 now.
Fucking
Be-
figurine aftermarket's nuts.
Beaton.
Yes.
I've got a review for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you know, seeing as you you told me, Gurren Lagann movies are in America now.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Childhood's End just a couple days ago.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not call that the ideal way to experience the first arc of Gurren Lagann.
No?
The way it starts is super cool. It starts with the last music video that shows Lord Genome's backstory
Mm-hmm.
and how he is actually Virgil. The rest is shot for shot, beat for beat, the first arc. However, when Adine pulls up, she's like, "Oh, fucking you're Princess Nia? Well, I don't care." And then she's there. And then Guam pulls up, and then Sidomandra pulls up, and they're all there, and then Viral pulls up with Daigunzon 2, and then they do a big Gatai and get blown up. There is no Lord Genome fight.
Damn.
Also, hey, Ellie.
What's up, Ellie?
No, I'd win.
Don't say that.
Also,
Real
it
quick
took
before we
me-
get.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say- I was gonna say, it took me years to realize that the generals were out named after the codes within DNA: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine.
Dude,
Really?
Damn.
That's
Lord-
the pun.
Lord
dork.
Genome.
Next
Maybe
you're gonna
he
tell me you didn't.
doesn't.
Hold on,
Maybe
next
he's
you're
not.
gonna. Sorry, go ahead, Ellie.
I was gonna say
interrupt you.
maybe he's not a. Maybe he's not a dork. That's why he didn't know.
That, you know what?
That's a counterpoint. I don't think I could counter, but like, are you now going to tell me you didn't realize that every single protagonist that was a mecha pilot in that series were like reflecting of mecha pilots of specific decades? Because that was there too.
Also, like, wow, you can really tell that Gainax, the studio that made Gurren Lagann, also was Gainax, the studio that made Evangelion. Like, my favorite bit is Bro, I don't want to get in the robot, man. It's scary out there. No. Do it though. All right. And then he's just fine with it. He's
Speaking of anime.
he's then in the robot.
Let the lion.
Speaking
man
of
speak.
anime,
Yes. What's up?
yes, Heaton, I require your expertise on behalf of a friend of mine.
Hit me.
So, my friend Michael French has plunged headfirst into the world of anime.
Good
He
for
has
him.
looked at things. Yes, he has looked at a lot of slice of life stuff I didn't even know existed. He's very pleased with that. He's less pleased with a lot of things. He's putting out an entire video about Evangelion pretty soon that it's not going to be in favor of the show. I'm going to say it that much.
Not surprised.
But
I'm
he is
good.
looking. He is looking for reputable anime connoisseurs that know what they're talking about, and he has asked about a few of them. And I have flatly told him all the ones he's listed to me I think are hot garbage. And this might cause a fight in your stream. I'm fine with that. I told him Bennett the Sage, Vosh, Mother's Basement, and Giguk. You might as well toss them aside because none of them have anything important or relevant to say, and they are all stupid in their own ways. So
I mean-
because
True.
you, Heaton, go ahead.
I was gonna say
You're
I
correct.
like Mother's Basement. I like the anime pub, but I don't.
Look, I disagree with Mother's Basement on their choice of how to watch JoJo, but aside from that, they're fine.
Yeah, I think Mother's Basement. I don't think that he's doing anything like. I don't think Jeff Thu is doing anything like new or innovative, but I like his content.
The card
I just hate
game
him 'cause-
anime video, that is all.
But yes, continue.
I hate him because he is an anti-piracy simp, and I hate that aspect of his existence.
Understandable
therefore-
samesies.
I also find most of his intro reviews to be nothing but unspoken sophistry.
That's also fair. But yes, continue your point.
So Heaton, you objectively consume more anime and manga, like probably in the past 2 months than I have my entire life. So if I think there's anybody I know who is capable of giving reasonable recommendations of people who can look at this item, look at this stuff, and have decent interpretation, it'd probably be you. Do you have anybody you could recommend? And if so, could you link me to them so I can send them his way?
Like in terms of AniTubers or like just in terms of anime?
Anime specific.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
Did you recommend Glass Reflection?
No.
Why would you ever recommend Glass Reflection?
I was just trying to think of other ones that you didn't name. I didn't know if that was one that you
I-
recommended.
No, he mentioned it earlier, but like I would never recommend Glass Reflections. That dude, the anime community, the modern one that talks on YouTube for the most part, has the same problem the cartoon community does. They're historically illiterate, and they will sit there and trash older media in favor of the newer one simply by like recency bias, and they also lack actual media literacy. They're all really doggone stupid. So that's why I don't tend to go for these people. Same reason why I don't tend to watch other cartoon reviewers. In fact, the only one I actually watch is Cartoon She, ironically enough.
Oh, quick thing, Avi.
Uh-huh.
Danica wants to watch Promare with you.
Okay.
Beep boop promare.
I will
because
have you know.
Because she said that she's cursed, and every time she tries to go watch the movie in theaters, it always like falls through. So she specifically said that she wants to watch it with you.
Well, Promare caused me some problems.
I don't know how that me watching it would break any curses, but all right.
Because she can't watch it. That's the problem.
I have noticed with almost every cartoon reviewer, it's either recency bias or nostalgia bias, one of the two, if not both at the same time somehow, which is wild.
It's magic.
You see, my thing is, because I don't watch anime reviewers, I don't watch cartoon reviewers. I simply go to my friends and go, hey, this guy with a blindfold's really hot. What anime is he from? And then Heaton will tell me it's Jujutsu Kaisen. And then it'll start a great domino effect that will affect our friendship with the rest of our lives.
Yeah, the lobotomy's been great.
I'll just
bottom
bring
of
up
the Titan-
Rurouni Kenshin while talking about Magic the Gathering, and then he will see the video and start screaming.
I'm still mad about that video. I'm still mad. I'll die mad about it.
And I will mention the time that Busta Rhymes defeated Michael Myers by shocking him in the crotch.
I hate.
Only
But that's not anime. Also, Heaton.
Yeah.
Are you
be.
sure?
Beat through.
Yes.
I have been spreading the good word. More people are wanting to watch Black Cat.
Hell yeah, good.
Good. Because like Danica, I was on Danica's stream before I came in here, and she was talking to me about anime that she asked me like anime that I would recommend that people don't talk about nearly as much, and I was like, do you want the alphabetized list? And I was like, you know what, if we're gonna go with one anime, it would have to be Black Cat, because that anime criminally underrated.
I
God,
agree.
Go ahead and guess. But it's not actually about a black cat, is it?
It is actually.
No,
So
Are we hold on. Is it actually about a cat, or is it about a dude who can become a cat?
neither.
Well,
Oh, thank God.
So the main character is called the Black Cat. Because in his cool criminal organization, his cool assassin organization, he is agent number 13. And he's also
see.
just bad luck.
Ah.
also has a lot of cat-like qualities and features.
He's also just very much a cat. He has very cat-like
Yeah.
mannerisms.
Well, also his eyes look like cats too. In the manga, anyways. But
I really like that manga.
no.
It's not, listen, I don't think that it's like the next great shonen or whatever. Like, I don't think it was destined to become one of the big three or anything. But I think that for, like, shonen action manga, I think it was very solidly put together.
Oh, he's very good.
Wait, I
It's
could have
also
sworn there
for-
was a Black Cat that came out in like 2007, wasn't there?
There might have been an anime. If you might be thinking of the anime, don't watch the anime. The anime's bad.
Okay.
I like the anime.
The anime's awful! Read the manga!
I like both.
You're allowed to have your bad opinions.
Well, okay, whatever. Anyway, fact of the matter is,
I mean, Heaton
Is
does
that-
let me live in spite of the fact that I say that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I just hate. That's
I
it.
mean,
I'm just consumed
Now
with hate.
You See Me is a great Christmas movie.
well, Jesus Christ. Anyway.
The now you see
No.
me bit isn't even for me.
No, but
It's
I know
taking too-
why Avi is saying it. I got into a fight recently, actually. With somebody because, people said Lucky Star was overrated, and I had to kill them.
I was gonna say I can see where they're coming from. And that place is hell. They're wrong. Die.
Yeah, Lucky Star is great. I actually have a Blu-ray of it.
So
I
do
have a Blu-ray of
I.
the Lucky Star series. It might be the same one that I have. But my niece is trying to get into anime, and I'm trying to get her to watch things that aren't just My Hero Academia.
Hello, my
Saying
name
that
is-
something is over...
I was-
Sorry.
I was gonna
go
say
ahead.
hello. My name is Heaton Mitsuru. I collect lots of physical copies of anime and manga because in the digital age, it's better for you to have physical copies of things because then you can own them indefinitely. Also, I like to collect things. Autism Crow Brain goes brrr when I look at my shelves
Oh,
full of the
no.
things I collect.
Absolutely. No, I completely... Gavin and I are heavy physical copy people.
God damn it! I fucked it up again. Shit.
But I love I love that my whole family, because anime is getting much more popular with the youth folk, and I have a lot of younger cousins and relatives and whatnot. My family now texts me, the resident anime enjoyer, and is like, hey, what anime do you recommend to a 6-year-old? And I'm like, oh, god damn it. Like I've kind of done the regular suspects, Pokemon.
Doraemon?
Let's see.
My favorite bit was the video of the guy taking fucking a manga like one of the hardcore
Berserk.
copies of Berserk out of his kid's hands, and there were motherfuckers that were like, let him, and I'm like, no.
But it's actually really interesting because a friend of mine, a friend of the family, his grandkids are like, I think
Bless you.
Squeeze me. I think the oldest is like 9. And I was like, all right. So none of the anime that I watched when I was 9, because I had unlimited internet access. What?
I remember
problem,
watching
right?
Loveless in front of my parents.
Oh God, I can't
I watched
imagine watching.
I watched Death Note and Elfen Lied on Netflix because those were the only 2 anime on Netflix at the time.
There's no way. There's no way I would have watched 90% of the anime I know in the existence of now anywhere near my parents when I was younger. Well, as far as my parents knew, what was anime? Anime was Superbook, Voltron, and Samurai Pizza Cats. And I was lucky to be able to watch any of them.
There was nothing pornographic in Loveless, so my parents never knew a goddamn thing, and it wasn't until I was much older that I was like, oh, this man's grooming this child.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing, right? When it comes to, well, first of all, when my Uncle Chuck was asking me, like, hey, because he called me, and he was like, hey, my kids want to start watching anime because Haley, my niece, is watching anime, and they want to do stuff because they're like, you know, they want to do stuff that she does, and they're like, well, what do you recommend for a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old? And I was like, Pokemon? And they were like, yeah, we already have that on the list, but I didn't know if there was anything else. I was like, I don't know.
Nothing that I watch.
Nothing that I didn't get a chance to watch like age appropriate anime. I'm watching kiddier anime now because
Right?
Well, and here's the thing, right? Somebody reminded me of Hamtaro, and Hamtaro is technically an anime.
My wife.
I was like, oh, Hamtaro, it's an anime about cute little hamsters. And they were like, thanks. And they hung up.
Yes, Lio.
My wife has a little cousin who, like, is really into anime, and she came to me and she's like, what type of anime do you think I should try to get her into? And I just looked at her and I'm like, you realize most of the anime I like is like the same age we are. There's no way that kid's gonna be interested in freaking Gatchaman. They should be, but they won't be.
Yeah.
Listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I need to tell you. The thing that you need to know right.
Yeah.
I'm all for mangaka taking breaks and doing what they need to maintain their health.
Why?
Gege, I need you to stop doing this, Gege.
No, I want him to keep doing this game because it's really funny.
Is it another break
The
week?
lobotomy. There is a break next week after a chapter that had me kicking and screaming like a child.
Pog. Cool. Great.
Wait, so that's different from your usual?
Well, okay. Yes, actually. Usually I read pretty quietly. Unless, like, I have something outwardly to express about what I'm what I'm reading. Like, I'll show Heaton what I'm reading. Or I'll say, like, oh, wow, that's cool. But usually I'm pretty quiet.
Hold on. Were you frowning? That's important.
I did not frown. At no point did I frown. Well, I did frown a little bit, but that was because this is a story that has to continue. But, like, I fucking... First of all, yeah, One Piece was also really good. Again, the cover page, it's not, like, connected to anything, or it's just a cute one, so you're just gonna die.
Oh, I saw it already. Somebody posted.
Oh, you already saw it? Did you already cry and sob and piss your pants?
Of him feeding the mice, yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. It was so cute. The chapter's good. Did you know?
Oh my god, One Piece good?
Did you know that Kuma is the best written character in all of fiction? Ever. He's the greatest guy to ever live. And if you disagree with that, you're not a manga reader and a sociopath. But JJK can't keep doing this. It can't keep dropping the biggest chapter and then the next biggest chapter and then the next biggest chapter, but between each chapter is break next week, break next week, break next week, 3-week break. Like, come on, man!
The man needs to sleep.
Well,
I know!
Tell you what, I'll trade you. I'll take on JJK and you can have Berserk.
No! No, I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah, you know what?
Could be worse.
You
I could trade you for Vagabond. Go ahead, Heaton.
No!
I was gonna say, you don't get to complain to me! One of my top 5 favorite manga series in the entire world, in the middle of, like, one of the biggest fucking bombshell moments in the series, has been on break since 2019. Don't even start.
I like Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, a bit of a throwback to a previous conversation. Avi, you were the one arguing about Batman 92 being a Christmas movie, right?
No, that was Ontario.
Ontario, okay. I was about to... for a second, I thought it was Avi, and I was about to say, wait a minute. If anything, you should be appropriating these movies into being Hanukkah films, because the only Hanukkah film I know about is 8 Crazy Nights, and you guys deserve so much better.
I thank you. We do deserve better. But also, since being in that house,
Mine.
not only is Kenshin a real big thumbs up.
Yeah.
That Saito guy is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
He is pretty alright.
Are you surprised, chat? Are any of the people who've ever watched Kenshin surprised that Lyo Convoy's favorite Kenshin character is Saito?
Not in the slightest.
Who could have ever guessed? It couldn't have been me. I could have never supposed.
Whatever could you mean?
I really like, I keep forgetting how good, like, early series his characterization is.
I even like his later characterization, like when he shows up at the dojo when the Jinshu arc is starting, and he just turns to Sonic like, "Hey, tell me what's going on." So I was like, "Well, you were dead. Tell me what happened." I declined. Now tell me what's going on. Screw your desire. Tell me.
It's literally that meme of the, like, you were dead! That was weeks ago, man. Move on.
People change, bro.
People change.
You mistake who is the authority in this situation. I don't answer questions.
You didn't tell any of us that you were alive. Would you have cared? I mean, a little. What about
I'm honestly halfway surprised he didn't just say you didn't ask.
You know what? He would. Just be like, you didn't ask. Oh, also.
I will not deny. Right?
I was gonna say, Lyo, well, we were talking about, I brought up One Piece in passing while I was talking to Lyo, and he said if the Marines in One Piece are anything like the Marines in real life, he was like, do they also eat crayons? And I thought about it for a minute, and I'm like, yeah, Green Bull, Helmeppo, and I think Kobe once have in fact eaten crayons.
Because I can explain to you. I can explain to you the Marine thought process here, at least for the most basic Marine. Because Marines exist on only one type of spectrum, either really dumb and dangerous or really intelligent and dangerous. There's no in between. So the way your typical Marine operates is, if you're in an argument with them, and you use a word they don't know, here's what their brain does. Wait a minute. That guy used a word I don't know. Wait, I don't know that word. He knows what that word means. He thinks he's smarter than me. How dare you think you're smarter than me? I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's about
Is
it.
that how they operate in One Piece? Okay.
Akainu would choke you out the moment you used a word he didn't know. Just turns you into ash.
Keaton.
Huh.
Can I fucking grab you tomorrow?
Distinctly possible, I'll let you know.
Cool. I've got everything written out, and I've got I've got like a lesson plan. It's like written down. This isn't just me going into something with no fucking plan and being like, eh.
If Avi has written words, then you know it's real.
It's true.
It's true.
Oh, I have to tell Lyo while he's here about Daedalus's bit.
Yes.
So, I was talking about Kenshin during a stream, and Daedalus said the phrase, "Is that the 80s Gundam pirate?" And I stopped for a minute. And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "You know, the character who looks like the 80s Gundam pirate." And I stopped for a minute, and I racked my brain, and I went, "Are you talking about Hiko?"
Yeah.
The answer was yes. When I showed the picture, they were like, "Yeah, that's him." They said that, and they were like, "Yeah, Hiko looks like an 80s Gundam pirate." And I'm gonna be real? Yeah, kinda.
Well, if anything, I would assume Hiko's cape. I mean, there's, Miku Hatsune, the writer of Rurouni Kenshin, already admitted that the cloak is based on Spawn to a point, but there's obviously, like, points of Captain Harlock in that cloak's design. So maybe that's what they were thinking of, because there is no 80s pirate Gundam character.
No, he just looks like a character who would be a pirate in an 80s Gundam series, is his point.
I mean, there weren't any 80s Gundam characters that didn't become vegetables. I'm depressed now.
Also, yes, one of my favorite fun facts is how much the trader really likes Western comics. He likes it so much that he likes them so much that he put Gambit in his story twice.
Jeez.
Gambit's in Kenshin technically twice.
Omega Red's there.
Venom's there.
Yeah. Maybe an argument can be made for Guile from Street Fighter.
You definitely could, and you'd probably win that fight.
Which is unfortunate, because I would have rather have seen Chun-Li, but, whatever.
I would have rather seen Sagat.
I would have rather seen Sean.
I would have seen Sagat. You got to help out Kenshin.
Oh God, no! I hated fighting Sagat in Street Fighter 2.
My favorite part about Sagat is not even anything about Sagat. It's just the fact that you have this 9-foot tall Muay Thai master going, "Tiger,
Tiger."
It's the best.
It wasn't him that I hated the most, though. I can't remember his name, but he has the claws.
Oh, Vega.
Yeah, Vega. Okay, here's the thing. I very rarely actually get angry at a game, because I do understand the majority of it is unironically a skill issue. And if I'm not good at the game, I'm not good at the game. That piece of trash freaking teleported. All right? He was not within my hitbox area. He was on the other side of the screen and somehow was able to teleport to my side. There were no frames. There was no movement.
It is in fact a teleport. That is in fact what the move is. I will say, if you hate that teleportation, you're gonna hate modern fighting games.
Modern fighting games are like every character either has a full screen command grab, a teleport, or some way to zone you out for eternity.
God, I'm so excited for you to teach me how to play Guilty Gear.
The last fighting game I actually played was Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
All right.
I don't know why that took me so off guard.
You know what? I'm not only am I not going to start the arena fighter discourse, I am also in the same way that there is a distinction between platform fighters and traditional 2D fighting games, there's a distinction between 3D arena fighters and traditional 2D fighting games, blah, blah, blah. They're quote-unquote not real fighting games. I'm going to fucking blow my brains out with a gun.
Okay. That's your value. That's fine.
It's not.
Well, it's not your value, and that's also fine. I just like hitting people with giant dragons. That was cool.
Thank you. Jesus. I just, it's something that pops out in my brain all the time, anytime someone... Because, whenever someone was like, "Oh, Avi, what's your favorite, or what's your first fighting game?" I'm like, I have to decide whether I have to say Dive Kick, Skullgirls, or Bakugan Defenders of the Core for the Nintendo Wii.
And since I heard Heaton say it, Heaton, I don't even know why the gear is guilty. And if I don't know that, I'm not going to enjoy the game.
Oh, no, okay. You've got it. So the reason the gear is guilty is because he killed his wife.
So there's a guy named Gear.
So, Soul Bad Guy, otherwise known as Frederick Bulsara, otherwise known as Frederick Bulsara and Soul Bad Guy at the same time. You gotta know this.
His name is Bad Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, his name is
I thought
name is
He-Man
Soul.
played today. I can't complain. What's wrong with me?
His name is Soul Bad Guy because he's got flame powers, and because he kept attacking government bases, so they just called him Bad Guy.
So you're telling me that his Echo Fighter would be Saul Goodman?
Exactly.
It's one of my favorite my favorite bit in the whole world was that bit that was that meme that was going around. That's Saul Goodman on the villains wiki and Saul Bad Guy on the heroes wiki.
Yes. So good. So that man turned turned Frederick Bulsara into the prototype gear, which is a magic person, a person infused with magic. And he just went off and became Soul Bad Guy. He then took Soul Bad Guy's wife, Arya, and turned her also into a gear. But instead of making it so that she's like a weird dragon creature, she's a Gundam named Justice. And then she goes crazy because of bullshit and stupid and dumb and I hate the story, and blows up Japan.
Like you do.
And then and then the Justice gets sealed away. No, Cliff fights Justice 16 times, and then on the 17th time, Soul comes in and helps and kills her, and then she's like, "Why can't I control you, Soul Bad Guy?" And he's like, "Because I'm
being summoned to a gallery call for some reason. I'm sorry."
Oh fuck.
No prob. Good luck.
Yeah.
Man, dude, you gotta play Grand Blue. I'm being 100. You gotta play Grand Blue.
My monologue about the story of Guilty Gear is playing Grand Blue.
Hey man, listen. You want to know why you gotta play Grand Blue? Here's why. Because I have lately been hating motion inputs. Because games are too precise, and I am a spastic fuck.
That's why I have the buttons.
Yeah, well, you want to know what I have? A skill button. Instead of having to do quarter circle forward and then press back to do my fucking sword into follow-up, I just press the button once, and it does the move, but with a 10% damage penalty. And instead of doing double quarter circle forward plus the button to do a super, which is way too precise in Grand Blue, it's way more lenient in Guilty Gear, I can just press buttons with no motion and with no even touching the stick, and the game will be like, "You're good."
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I just backed up and looked at my. Yeah.
It's almost like motion inputs are an archaic form of fighting game design and probably should have been on their way out a long time ago. Anyway,
Leo didn't refute my argument that Gremlins is a Christmas movie because it's not. I'll send you to Brazil.
Dude, I asked for Aaron's thoughts on the chapter, and he sent me the image of Saitama saying, "Okay."
Thank you for the follow. I'm glad that this conversation has been your motivator.
Motivated.
But
man,
damn,
it sucks
look
that
at
Lyle
that.
left. It sucks that Lyle left. We didn't even get to tell him about the other amazingly named characters, such as Chip Zanuff.
Did you know that Elfelt Valentine, Axel Lowe, and Dizzy all have the same birthday because it's Christmas? Because Guns N' Roses reference. I fucking love Daisuke so much. He is a bastard.
Just a little bit lighter. There we go. Look at that shit. Look at how good. Look at our boy.
I fucking Saradus DM'd me. "I want you to know I went on an early work break when I saw this because I said scans are out."
Good job.
Break next week. You know what I was thinking about? Everyone's always saying, Yuji's not the main character of JJK. Yuji's not the main character. He doesn't do any main character things. He's not the main character. Gon is not the main character of Hunter x Hunter. Killua is the main character of Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, Gon does not participate in the fight against the goddamn Chimerians! He fights like two dickheads! Netero fights Meruem! And then he dies of the cancer!
I'll back you up on that. Gon barely does dick all.
Yeah, and then we get the Gon rescue arc alongside Ratman becoming president and then declaring, I'm not president. So that the little dog lady can be president, and I'm like, oh yay. Also, I was super wrong. I'm just gonna tell you right now, Heaton, you know that thing that I was saying where I was like, oh, I think it's gonna be Tengen. I think Tengen's gonna be the thing. Nope. No, I was super wrong. I was so incredibly wrong.
500% incorrect.
What do you think it is, Heaton? What do you think?
Is Kenny G's will?
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know. I assumed it was gonna be the, it just meant, like, all the curses he'd stored up.
It's not that. It's something else. But it's very cool, and I can't wait for you to be in my DMs like, uh-oh.
Welcome,
Oh my
Sonny.
god. Hello, Sonny. I could tell because cat noise.
Hello.
I have two important questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody dead?
Inside?
I mean, you already you read the last chapter.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
is anybody new dead?
No.
Have we seen Maki yet?
Are we talking
No.
spoilers about Chainsaw?
No, this is about Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, Maki
shit.
has not shown up yet.
Where is my girl?
I don't know, man. Maybe she's like doing push-ups.
Maybe she's doing sumo.
I like the idea that she does push-ups, but because her like doing push-ups wouldn't yield as good results as like doing push-ups against the wall of a building, she just pushes buildings, and she's it's like I'm doing push-ups.
I saw one of my new favorite fucking memes, and it was, it's Itadori sitting next to the campfire with Yuta, and he's like, Okotsu-senpai, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure, Itadori, what is it? Why does Maki-senpai call you baby girl?
Yeah.
He's like, we need to stop talking.
You need to not say anything. You hear?
Yuta has two
I
hands.
am
I think
so.
that's enough words for today.
Listen, Yuta has two hands. He could.
I personally just like the idea of like Yuta and Maki having a relationship, and also Rika's like, can I have a kiss? And then Yuta gives her a kiss, and then eventually she's like, okay, Maki, you can give me a kiss too. And then she's like, yay.
I like the idea, especially because a lot of people are like, well, Maki and Nobara, and I'm like, yeah, I like Maki and Nobara. I like Maki and Nobara a lot. I think they're a good couple, good ship. But like, also, I like Maki and Yuta.
Maki fixed his collar. Like,
Listen,
come on.
I like strong women in their boy fails, okay? I don't know what to tell you. I love strong, powerful women tying the shoes of their goofy boy fails. I don't know what to tell you. That's it.
Are we still JJKing?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
No,
Actually,
we're done now. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we were still.
We're not.
JJKing.
Well, yeah, because we're not. But we're not talking about like spoilers.
Oh,
Yeah, we're just talking about characters who kiss. Or who we want to kiss.
Okay. So now I have to do me. I don't know. Oh, I did the whole sketch off stream. There's not gonna be enough for me to do for stream. It's gonna take so short.
No.
Me, not even. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm like not even close to halfway done.
Do a fucking live chapter reading. Become a real manga tuber.
I've thought about it.
This looks really cool.
Fucking...
He is sufficiently gross. I'm stoked about it.
I've been going through with Bruce. And he... Because, like, the deal was we shake hands, I watch Freerin, he watches JJK. The joke was on me. Freerin is really cute and adorable, and I recommend it highly.
Mm-hmm.
And we were watching JJK, and we're, like, super early. I think we, like, episode 7. Like, we're on episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we just watched... Or... Well, the last thing that happened was the fight between the two characters with the same fucking name, except it's reversed. You know the one.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to the part where we meet the second years, and fucking, he's like, Maki shows up, and I'm like, oh, cool, Maki's here, and he looks at me, he's like, when is my favorite character showing up? And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you asked. And then Panda's on screen and he's like, yeah! The whole time he's just getting so hyped for Panda.
Panda rules.
I love that CGI Panda.
He's so awesome.
Season 3 is gonna be great for him.
Also, Stardust has been periodically sending me videos of like that guy doing my college essay and filling out my tax forms.
My favorite
simply adapts.
My favorite video so far in the JJK community was the one I sent to you and Brooke of that really excited black man who just found out about Hikari.
Yeah!
It's just this young black guy, and like nothing like happens in that video. He's just like, I just found out about this guy Hikari, and he just seems like he's the coolest. I might pick up the manga just to get to him, just to find out what frequency he's on. This guy's immortal? That's sick as hell. And I'm like, I'm so excited for you, dog.
I love Hikari so much. He is funny guy.
Listen, I've joked about it before. I love being on the anime-only side of TikTok, because I think it's really funny to listen to them cry and scream every week and not know what's happening. I also just really like being on the anime-only side of TikTok, because I love watching, like, I like watching the girl who's watching One Piece. Watch her go through her One Piece journey and talk about how much she loves One Piece. I'm like, I love this. It's so good and wholesome. I either get to drink their tears or drink their tears affectionate smiley face.
I was watching the latest arc of JJK again in the anime, and never in my life, which has not been a super crazy long, I don't know how many times I can really say this, but like, I've never felt more the feeling of, I wish I didn't read this.
Well, yeah, because, God, how amazing would it have been
to watch all of that for the first time, because the animators are on crack.
Also, having played it again just last night, for Lio, I played the entirety of the first 2 acts of Ultra Kill. Somebody posted on TikTok, they were like, what's a game that you wish you could forget so you could experience it for the first time all over again, the answer is Ultra Kill.
Yeah. No, I like, if you asked me, I could give you a couple games for that. Ultra Kill is the one I would want to record myself playing the first time again. I would get so upset in hindsight watching myself play, but like being there for when Gabe talks for the first time.
What's Ultra Kill?
Oh, Sunny.
We'll have you experience Ultra Kill. So you don't even worry about it.
Sunny, what is your opinion on a couple things? Do you like the PlayStation 1?
I wasn't alive to play it. I wasn't.
Do you like the concept of the PlayStation 1?
Sure.
Do you like robots?
Yeah.
Do you like shooting?
Yeah.
Do you like gay Catholics?
Yeah.
See, that's the point where you would lose Corey Margera.
That's true. Do you like games with really strange senses of humor?
Yes. That's
Rad.
my sense of humor.
All right. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get you onto Ultra Kill. It is a
It's £21.
It is a very fast-paced action game. It is an action game first and a first-person shooter second. If you deny that, you haven't played the game. But the general gist is you're just shooting every guy you see in the room, and if you're close to them when you shoot them, their blood gets on you and you get to heal off of that, and it's really cool. And the weapons are good and they interact with each other, and you get some really cool things you can do. Very stylish. You also make a fucking Catholic come everywhere.
Absolutely.
By beating
everywhere.
him in combat. Combat, if you will.
Thanks, man. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I'd have to buy it though. So when I have the money, I will do it. Also, I haven't played Persona 5 either. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Oh god, so many people asking about the game. I literally just got home, lads.
So what is the cupcake art for Saturday? It's cupcakes. You know cupcakes if you were part of the MLP scene during the D.
Oh
Back in
god,
the day.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, shut up, stop. Can I pay you to do something else?
No! The sketch is already done! You can't undo it!
I fucking hate it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pissed off. I was literally on those planes. Also, hello, Susie. You can't. We will not ignore you. You will be noticed in this fucking call, you wench.
Damn. Hi, Susie.
Do I wanna...
I nearly had slip of the. I nearly slipped tongue very quickly. I nearly said something awful.
Damn.
I just saved your life, Susie. Do they?
I know what you're it's a good question. I have no idea if I do.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that Susie Doodle Tones of the Susie Doodle Tones community?
I guess.
I mean, probably, or some shit.
Maybe, whatever, I guess. Who fucking cares?
Hey, I am bubbling like a boiling kettle. Can I tell? Can I tell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell? No, I'm not talking to you guys. Susie, can I tell?
No.
What the fuck? Okay.
I already got it enough in one chat. I don't need it in another.
Now I'm so deeply curious.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna trust you, but I feel like that's a mistake. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's some things happening. Some popping out is occurring. There we go. Fucking look at that shit.
Oh yeah.
Do I wanna?
I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. By
the way, I have gotten into an argument, it seems.
There we go.
Why?
I'm here for that. There we go.
An argument about, actually, I don't know if I can talk about that on here.
You're just gonna fucking leave us.
Well, no, I don't know. Can I talk about the Chugga stuff on here?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Sag, incredibly sad.
I can't. Listen, Brooke was sad because she loves Chugga Conroy. I was told, and the first thing I did was laugh. And Justin's like, you can't laugh! Brooke is in mourning! And I'm like, but it's funny!
The only reason I was not in mourning was because I was laughing.
Wait, what's happening?
Don't even trip, dog.
Chugga Conroy, so Chugga Conroy...
Oh, is that the foot fetish guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
So for the record, the reason I'm laughing is because, like, it was just really sad and pathetic. Like, he didn't fucking hurt anybody. She didn't, like, give him the time of day. She didn't actually send him the pictures. But he was just in a girl's DMs and was like, hey, I sent you a pair of shoes. When can I see photos of your feet?
Oh, terrible.
And I'm like, that's really funny. I can't get it. It's just
What a horrible day to be literate.
I know.
See, I got like secondhand wind of the thing. It's like, oh no, what did he do? And then I read up on it. It's like, oh,
It was funny. But yeah, what? Oh boy.
Well, put it this way, I have someone defending Chugga in my DMs.
Oh, that what he did was okay?
No, that he's not guilty of sexual harassment.
I mean, he is. Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to get this person to understand that, but, they are focusing on every insignificant detail to try and, like, go, well, you know, I'm not gonna say Emily's a liar, but
Emily's
we're
a
not
liar.
seeing the whole conversation. It's like, I'm not saying Emily's a liar, but we're not seeing the whole conversation. It's like, then are you saying she's a liar? No! Then what's the problem?
do we see the part of the conversation where Emily says no and Chugga continues?
Well, no, it's just that she ignored him and she gave him no response, and he kept being like, "Baby, please, baby, please, let me see your toes."
Right. So it's not sexual harassment on like tier 1, it's more like tier 3 sexual harassment. I got you.
Yeah, again, like, he didn't essay anybody. She wasn't a minor. He didn't hurt anyone, but like, it is harassment. So, like, he should be called out for it. He should be held accountable. But even she said, she's like, I'm not here to cancel him. I'm just here to be like, this is not a cool thing.
It's like, hey, I want to talk about this thing. Don't do it. Thanks.
Don't be a fucking gross weirdo.
And then walk off screen slowly.
Which is a valid thing to do. There's my thumbnail. 210. Boop.
Right, I'm gonna dip out because I've got work to do before I can sleep. So, but have a good time, everyone. I need to do some music, so I'm just going to explode.
Go do music.
I didn't want to, but I gotta. Have fun.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I'll do my
Bye.
I'll just do my uploads here while I'm still alive. To bait out those last few precious minutes. About how Emil's entitled, yeah.
It sucks.
He's
like
the exact. I told Justin. I said the reason why I started like losing it laughing was because my first thought was, oh fuck, he's like actually entitled.
He is unfortunately officially the thesis statement.
Yeah. I love you, Power Social you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. There was a very, very petty part of me that wanted to call to like the fucking Paper Mario stuff and goes, you know
Oh
what?
my fucking god.
We should have seen it before. I'll admit, it's fucking petty. Oh, it's absolutely petty.
It's so incredibly petty. Because I ended up actually watching that video. And I'm not gonna lie to you, he was way more charitable to the game than I thought he would be.
It may be petty, but let's be real. Petty is funny. Pettiness is just comedy gold.
Really needs to be done right, but
yeah,
you can't just be like, oh, my writers did it.
But yeah.
Now, if you were intentionally to make a multi-hour-long commentary released in multiple parts filled with tons of lore against someone who complained about your points being filled with too much fluff and complained about there being lore in your video, that would be doing petty in the funny way. I can't think of anybody who did that, though.
He was also dating somebody at the time.
Yep.
That...
Wow!
Send unto you from the heavens and bless your soul, Doodle Tones.
That was a big one, Zeus!
Have you not been around?
I haven't heard her do a screamer in a minute.
That was like your soul being ejected from your body.
The worst part is that there's absolutely no warning. You just have to be ready.
What, it sound like a jump
Susie?
scare scream? You're so right.
Susie, are you dead?
No.
Oh,
okay.
you just weren't saying anything. Like we're all like making jokes and being like, "Wow, crazy shit." You're just silent, and I'm like, "Oh my god, did she actually sneeze her soul out?"
She has died. Satanic Sanic.
Satanic, if you will.
It turned out really good. I was really worried that my art style was not gonna make this come across, but the fucking eyeballs really did it.
Of course, it's the eyeballs with you. He 10?
Let's see. Our next stream is Saturday. That'll be when we're doing the 220. We'll be doing the cupcakes artwork. And that'll be the last stream of the week. And then the, and then after that, the new schedule go up on, Sunday. I have some great news. Next Friday, another long-form video is gonna go up on the channel. Brooke just finished my media wrap-up for the year. So you get to hear me talk about everything that I watched, read, or played this year. Or last year, 2023. I'm currently working on the scripts for the Dice Collection video, which is almost done, Megara's video, and then I'm getting close to releasing my next commentary. That video is 3 hours long, so I'm doing my best. But for now, I'm gonna send you over to Bunchada, and I'll see you on Saturday. Goodbye!